Hey, Super Cruisers, it's Kevin and Frank from Cruising with Wheels.
Now, we all know that there are 7 continents on the planet, but did you know the best cruise home port for each one? And sometimes the busiest port isn't always the best port.
So now, let's take a tour around the world. So just like we said, we're going to take a tour around the world, and we're going to start our journey off right here in North America. And the best cruise home port in North America is Port Canaveral, Florida.
Yay!
It was voted the best home port for 2021 and the second busiest, believe it or not, in the world, with multi-day embarkations and catering to some of the largest cruise ships from the largest cruise lines in the world.
Been on them.
The port has already welcomed in the new Terminal 3 to cater to Carnival's new LNG-powered megaships.
Cool.
Resulting in increased capacity. The port has a total of 7 terminals, with several recently undergoing renovations.
Awesome.
And beat out 13 other ports for this spot.
Good for you.
Including the busiest home port of Miami, believe it or not.
Who knew?
And we have said this before, and we'll say it again. Port Canaveral was the best embarkation and debarkation experience that we had.
Yeah.
So we agree with our findings.
All right, let's go to the next continent, and that would be the best cruise home port in South America. Who is it? Buenos Aires, Argentina.
Ooh, Buenos Aires.
Known as the Paris of South America, but the language is Spanish, and around half of the inhabitants are of Italian descent.
Minga.
Oh, Madonna! It's a vibrant city with lively bars, wonderful steakhouses, and tango in La Boca. The cruise terminal on Rio de la Plata is half a mile from the city center. Attractions include the Pink Palace in Plaza de Mayo. It was here that Eva Perón addressed the nation. The Recoleta Cemetery where she is buried, and the colorful district, again, of La Boca.
Don't cry for me, Argentina. So that would be number 2 on the list. Now,
where are we off to now?
Number 3, we are going to jet right off to Europe, because the best cruise home port in Europe would be, are you ready? It's one of your favorite places.
I know.
It's Barcelona, Spain.
Yay!
This gorgeous city has it all. It has a charming beach, bustling cityscape, and bags and gags and loads of character.
Yeah. True.
A huge selection of major cruise ships call here, right? Mm-hmm. Whether it's part of a 120-day around-the-world cruise,
love it,
or a 5-day Mediterranean highlights trip. The Spanish port of Barcelona is the world's 7th busiest cruise port.
I believe it.
So it's the 7th busiest, but it ranks as number 3 for being the best home port. It is 2,000 years of history at this port. And it is equipped with 7 international passenger terminals and modern facilities like air conditioning, public telephones, restaurants, bars, shuttle buses to the city center, and much, much more.
Mucho more.
Mucho more. The city itself is host to a large number of cultural and historical attractions, including several UNESCO World Heritage Sites, museums, parks, and beaches.
I know. I love Barcelona. Been there. Love it. Would love to live there. And now we're leaving Barcelona, and we're jetting off to the next continent. Number 4 on our list is Asia. That's right, Shanghai, China. Number 4. The port of Shanghai is a deep sea and river port near Shanghai in China. It serves as an important port of call for most major cruises operating in the Asia-Pacific route. Now, Shanghai is one of only 4 port cities in the world to be categorized as a large port megacity due to its high volumes of port traffic and large urban population. Now, the port of Shanghai has 3 international cruise terminals.
How very, very interesting.
It is. Where are we going next?
Very interesting. Well, I think that we are going to number 5 on our list for the best cruise home port, and that would be in Africa. Believe it or not, Africa.
Yes.
Cruises go from the continent of Africa, and it is Mombasa, Kenya.
I know.
Mombasa is an island city on Africa's east coast that's connected to Kenya by bridges and ferries. The city combines its Arabic roots in its old town with the new sprawling buildings associated with its major shipping industry. For cruisers, Mombasa offers a storied past of wars waged over the strategic trading port and the pristine resorts and beaches. At night, the city is alive with locals and tourists dancing the night away at casinos and dance clubs.
Cool. Let's go.
And speaking of continents that begin with the letter A, where are we headed next?
Well, we're leaving a little bit of a warm climate and we're heading to someplace a little colder. Yep. Our number 6 continent on our list is Antarctica. The Antarctic Peninsula is Antarctica mainland's most northernmost part, located at the base of the southern hemisphere. Now, it is the largest, most prominent peninsula in Antarctica. It extends 800 miles from a line between Cape Adams in the Weddell Sea and a point on mainland located south of Eklund Islands. Now, under the ice sheet covering it, the Antarctic Peninsula consists of bedrock islands separated by deep channels. About 50 ships of all sizes visit Antarctic waters every year. Now, these ships range in size from tiny expedition ships with less than 25 guests to traditional cruise ships with over 1,000 guests. It's important to know that if a ship has more than 500 guests on board, the signers of the Antarctic Treaty and members of the International Association of Antarctica Tour Operators do not let those guests go ashore. Instead, they have the Antarctic Experience, which means they sail around the islands and the Antarctic Peninsula, allowing guests to see the continent and wildlife from the decks.
Interesting. Now, the next one on our list, which rounds out all the continents, is continent number 7, which is the best cruise home port in Australia.
Oh, Australia, down under, mate.
Good day, mate. Now, that home port is Sydney, Australia.
Of course.
Sydney Harbor is one of the world's most beautiful ports of call for cruise ships. There are 2 dedicated cruise passenger terminals on the sparkling blue harbor near the city center. The first is the White Bay Cruise Terminal at Rozelle Bay, and the second is the Overseas Passenger Terminals at Circular Quay. Or Quay. Not sure how to say that, but I'm going with Quay, which is mainly for tall ships which cannot fit under the harbor bridge. It is in the prime position opposite the Sydney Opera House that you've all probably seen. It's a very famous opera house, and the terminal is right in the city.
Awesome. Bucket list. Now, I've only been on one of these, of the 7, which I just said before, Barcelona. But we hope someday, after winning the lottery, that we can get to the rest of them.
We want to thank you all for joining us today for this exciting video. And we want you to remember not to just watch our videos, but subscribe. Become a regular family member of the Cruising with Wheels family. All you have to do is click that little subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that bell. That will activate notifications of when our videos go live and when we go live.
Yeah.
We're also on other social media.
That's right. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat.
So follow us and like us there. But until next time, I want to remind everybody to always
travel safe
and cruise often.